Now we are going to discuss about a few types of vectors which you need to know, you need to remember for your exams. You need not classify each and every vector into one of these types, but you need to know what these words mean, what these groups represent. Okay, so the first one is concurrent vectors. What is a concurrent vector? You need not learn all the definitions, that's not important. You just need to understand the thing, what it means. Okay, so concurrent vector or concurrent vectors. Okay, so when vectors have one initial point, that is one common initial point, then the vectors are called concurrent vectors. Suppose this point is O, this point is A, B, C. So here we can see, okay, suppose this is A vector, this is B vector, this is C vector. Okay, you can say that OA vector, OB vector and OC vector are concurrent. So these three vectors are concurrent vectors. They have a common initial point. So they are also called co-initial vectors. Co-initial vectors. You just need to understand the topic. You need not memorize any definition regarding this. Needless to say that you only have to remember what the thing is. You only have to understand the thing. You do not need to memorize any sort of definitions. Now, this is what is concurrent vectors. So this takes me to the second type. It's the collinear vectors. Collinear vectors. What is collinear vector? What do you mean by collinear vectors? The simple thing is, any parallel vector is called collinear vector, whatever their magnitude be. Their magnitude can be greater, equal to or less than another parallel vector, but all of them are collinear vectors. All of them are collinear vectors. Like here, say this is A vector, B vector, C and D vector. Okay, so we can say that vector A, B, C and D are collinear vectors. Collinear. They do not have a common initial point. They do not have a common terminal point. They do not have anything in common, but what they have in common is they are parallel to one another. So let's propagate to the third type. The third type is coplanar vectors. Coplanar vectors. Any two vectors parallel to a given plane is called a coplanar vectors. Suppose this is a plane I have drawn like this. Well, I cannot draw it. Suppose this is a plane. I'm not a very good artist. Okay, I'm not a very good artist. Well, let me name this A1, A2, A3. It's really bad. It's going bad. Suppose these three vectors or these four vectors are all parallel to this plane. Let me name the plane as A1, A2, A3, A4. So this is vector A, vector B, vector C and vector D. Suppose vector A, vector B, C and D they are parallel to this plane a1, a2, a3, a4. This is a plane and all these 4 vectors are parallel to this plane. They'll either lie on the plane or are parallel to this plane. Okay, so these 4 vectors are coplanar vectors. Coplanar vectors, that is, they share the same plane. They may not lie on the same plane, but they are called coplanar vectors. Okay, now we will discuss why we are considering that they are coplanar vectors, knowing that they are not actually lying on a simple plane. Okay. Consider A, B, C and D vectors. These 4 vectors are parallel vectors and they also have same magnitude. They have same magnitude and they are parallel vectors. Okay. So we can also say that they are equal vectors. They are also equal vectors. You also need to know what is equal vector. Please note it down. Equal vectors are parallel vectors having same magnitude. Equal vectors are parallel vectors having same magnitude. So when 2 vectors, suppose A and B, have the same magnitude and they are parallel to each other, they are considered as equal vectors. They are considered as equal vectors. It can also apply to a set of 3 or more vectors. Okay, it can also apply to 3 or more vectors. Like here, A, B, C and D are equal vectors because they have equal magnitude and they are parallel to one another. They are parallel to one another and they have equal magnitude. So they are equal vectors. Now when equal vectors are shifted in 3D, shifted in 3D space, the vectors remain the same. So irrespective of A, B, C and D being on the same plane, we can say that they are coplanar vectors. They are coplanar vectors. This same case applies for that case when A and B are not parallel. We can take another vector, that is A1. Okay, consider this vector to be A1, which is parallel to A vector and lie on the same plane as B and C vector, suppose. Okay, same plane as B and C vector, and it is parallel to A vector and equal to A vector. Okay, so A1 vector is equal to A vector and A1 vector is coplanar with respect to B and C vector. So we can see that an identical copy of vector A is coplanar with these 2 vectors B and C. So this is the logic behind saying that A vector is already coplanar with vectors B and C. So now we are going to discuss some other sorts of types. We have different types of vectors. Okay, so this is another series. Here we are starting from number 1 again. This is very important. Unit vector. What is unit vector? Unit vector, let me write it down. Unit vector is a vector. Unit vector is a vector with unit magnitude. So unit vector is a vector with unit magnitude. Okay. Unit vector is represented with cap. Okay, this is called cap. This greater than or less than symbol upside down. So this cap symbol represents direction. This cap symbol represents direction. Since the magnitude is 1 or unit, we can say that mod, that is, we are taking the magnitude, mod means taking magnitude of vector A cap. Okay, vector A cap is always 1. Is always 1 unit. So value of the magnitude of a vector which is a unit vector is always 1. That is what the definition says. This is A cap, okay, which has unit magnitude. So it is a unit vector, and unit vectors are represented with cap, not bars. Unit vector represents direction. Unit vector represents direction. Unit vector represents direction. So here A cap is a unit vector acting in this direction. In this direction, it's propagating in this direction. This is the initial point, this is the final point, but the direction is initial towards final. So O towards A. This is the direction. Now we are going to discuss about null vectors. Null vectors. You know what null means? Null means zero. Zero. So null or zero vector. Sorry. Null or zero vector. What is a zero vector? We know what a unit vector is, right? The magnitude of a vector which is unit, or a vector with unit magnitude is called unit vector. Similarly, a vector with zero magnitude is called zero vector. So this is a zero vector. This is a point. This is zero vector. The magnitude is equal to 0. Suppose this is a vector. So when a vector is equal to 0, magnitude is equal to 0, then it is called a null vector. It's a zero vector or a null vector. Now we can also divide vectors into three categories as free vectors, sliding vectors, and localized vectors. Free vectors, sliding vectors, and localized vectors. So what is a free vector? A vector which can move in a 3D space without changing direction or magnitude is called free vector. Suppose this is a body. Suppose this is a body. Now three vectors are coming out of it. They are of equal magnitude and they are acting on the same direction. So we can say that they are equal vectors. If one vector can be shifted anywhere in the body, okay, it cannot go outside of the body, of course, it has to remain inside the body, but if it can be shifted anywhere within the body without changing direction or magnitude, then this type of vector is called free vector. This is free vector. Sliding vectors. Suppose this is another body. Now this is a vector. This is a force vector. For example, we consider that this is a force vector. So it acts on this direction. Now we can transport or translate this force vector here as well. When it comes here, it remains the same. Suppose this is F dash. Okay. So this force is a vector. F is a vector. F dash is also a vector. They are acting on a straight line, same straight line. They have equal magnitude. So this type of vector is called a sliding vector, which can be slided. Okay, this vector can be just slided on the same direction. It cannot change the direction. It has to be on the same straight line. Okay, coming to localized vectors. Okay, suppose this is a particle body and a vector, say x vector. X vector is acting on this particle body. This is a particle body. Okay, so this force vector, x vector is acting on this particle body, and this cannot be slided anywhere. This cannot be moved in the 3D volume. So this vector cannot be moved on the same straight line, so it cannot be slided. It's not a sliding vector. So this x vector cannot be moved anywhere through this straight line, along this straight line. It cannot be slided, that is, it cannot be slided, and also it cannot be moved in 3D space, right? Because it has to remain within the body and it cannot be slided. So it is not a free vector, not a sliding vector. So this type of vector is exclusively remaining where it is. It cannot move anywhere. So this type of vector is called localized vector. This type of vector is called localized vector. A localized vector is also known as a bound vector or a bound vector, because this is bound within these 2 points, O and O dash.